just
Good
must
morning.
that just makes me want to dance in my seat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone today?
I was laying here listening to the sixth Harry Potter book.
Oh, which one?
The sixth one.
Uh is that the one? Is that the Prince
Harry
of
Potter and the Half Blood.
Half Blood Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, Donna. How are you, sweetheart? There's my Trisha. How are you, sweetie?
Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Trish.
I hope y'all all had a great weekend, productive one, even if it means that you got to sit back, relax, and just do whatever it was you wanted to do. Or if you're like me, it was crammed with a whole bunch of things to do. Poor Carrie said she had a migraine over the weekend, so that's never any fun. I really feel for those of you that suffer with migraines. It is doing fantastic. How are y'all doing? She's saying good morning to Trisha. Uh, it is finally cooling off here in Florida, folks. The lows. Good morning, Darcia. How are you, sweetheart?
Good
The
morning, Garcia.
the lows are ranging anywhere from like 60 to about 65, but it's only getting up into the I guess you could say low to mid 80s. And I know for many of you that still sounds warm, but the nice thing is the humidity is low. I mean, very low. And for me, that is super awesome. Now, if the wind would die down just a little bit, it would be perfect for me. But I mean, I am used to it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I didn't grow up with it, but most of my life out in West Texas, it's always windy, always, always. So the wind around here is not that big a deal. But like I said, 2 out of 3 is not bad. The lower temperatures, very low humidity, like I said. Now, if they could just take care of the wind, it would be perfect. Good morning, Froggy. How are you,
Good
sweetie?
morning, Froggy.
So, like I said, the weather's been really nice. It's awful to say, but Milton afterwards, other than the wind, like I said, it has been fairly pleasant. It really has.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Kathleen.
How are you, sweetheart? I hope you had a good weekend. I am on the last bit of my black silk coffee. I have plenty of hazelnut creamer, but when I made my Walmart order for Wayne to go and pick up for me yesterday, one of the things that was shorted because they were out was my black silk. And they had sent me a text saying, do you want to substitute? And so I was looking at that and I thought, well, no, just, don't get it. So told Wayne when he got off work today, he needs to run by Public and pick us up some Folgers black silk coffee. Oh, looky there. Good girl, Carrie. We can tell little Carrie when she walks in to get those parade of hearts going across there. Oh, you're getting ready for a doctor's appointment, I'm assuming, because you just said an appointment. Good morning, little Sharice. How are you today, sweetie? I hope you've had a good weekend. Oh, we do too. We do too. Now, our ultimate favorite is one from Texas. You can buy it at HEB's, and I know I can go out on Amazon, but anyway, is it's put out by Cafe, and it's called Southern Pecan. And
Good
now you
morning,
can.
Jane.
Good morning, Jane. I didn't see you pop in there. How are you today? But now you can get it in 3 different blends, which means the strengths. And to me, that doesn't even need creamer. It is so good. It's got just a little bit of I don't know if you'd call it a bite, but it's just so good that it's well worth it. Well, I'm so happy that all of you are here today. Now, you notice the title, Monday Madness. And let me tell you why I chose that for today. Oh, you went super sale yarn shopping. Well, Charisse, what did you get and where did you go? Yes, but that's not available everywhere. In fact, it's really funny because I used to could get it at the Publix in Port St. Lucie, but here at Lake Placid, they don't carry it. And I kind of thought, that maybe it would be everywhere, but it's not. But my husband likes that one. It's a little strong for me, so normally I buy his in the pods so that he can have it and I can have my black silk. But anyway, Monday Madness. When I was teaching, Mondays really were crazy. I mean, they honestly were. Um, in fact, we normally just used Mondays as catch up from the prior week because you had so many kids that were involved in things on Thursday and Friday, and some of them were even involved in things, on Saturday. So there wasn't much that really, I mean, there was so many times that kids had to come in and get notes, get homework, that kind of thing. So I just usually used Monday as a catch up for everybody. And then actually my teaching week would start on Tuesdays. And then I'd try, really I'd only get 2 or 3 days a week, especially in the fall. And then during the spring, it was just hit and miss because in the spring, for small schools, I mean, you have cross country, you have tennis, you have golf, you still have basketball going on, then you have track, you have UIL events going on. So at that point, you just have to do a hit and miss. But Mondays, no matter what time of the year it was always crazy, crazy. Cherie says, I went to a sale store, bought lots of yarns. I'll make a video haul soon. That will be so awesome. I'd like to see what you found. I love watching yarn hauls from different, content creators because even though we all get to go to the same Joann stores, a lot of times either they've got something that they haven't been able to clear out. Maybe their store has been loaded up with the new stuff and mine hasn't yet. So I love watching those kinds of things. So we'll be looking forward to your video, Charisse. That'll be awesome. So yes, so I was just going to ask, those of you that are like me, maybe retired, was your
Or
Mondays
disabled.
are disabled? Yes, but if you've ever had a job or you still are working, do you classify Mondays as Mad Hatter Day almost to say? Coming in and trying to get everything organized for the week or maybe put away from the end of last week. Yeah. My
I
Monday.
don't.
You don't? Well, if you're like me, I mean, my days just now go one into the other and into the other. I mean, I really don't have that much that I am crazy about anymore on Mondays, but I know that some people do, even if it's just staying home and getting kids ready for school. After a weekend of maybe a day or two getting to sleep in, just being lazy around the house and stuff like that, and then have to get them up early on Monday, whether to catch the bus or load them up and take them to school. Yeah, Mondays are always crazy. So what do you do over the weekend besides have a migraine, Carrie?
I
Did you
went to my mom's and we played cards and had pizza.
Who won? Because I know it's always the girls against the
won,
boys.
we won the first game and they won the second two, the last two.
Mm. You haven't shown us any pictures or videos in a while of your mom's garden out back.
Oh, I haven't taken any.
Well, you need to. Her mother has a green thumb. She has shown us her backyard once or twice, and it is just filled with beautiful flowers and bushes, and she's got it trimmed up so pretty. Sweetheart, go ahead.
I can't walk her driveway, so.
Oh, no, you have to send Jason out there to take it.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Michelle J. How are you doing, sweetheart? Oh, honey. Does anybody have a tutorial on how to do a cuff, like a rib cuff? Oh, honey, just go and look at Bag O'Day has a ton of hats that a lot of them start with different styles of ribbed cuffs. You can do them with the back loop single crochet. You can do, I'm echoing.
I don't hear it.
Am I echoing or is Carrie echoing? And did I just start echoing? Yeah, because I don't notice either one of us on my end. And there's my Michelle Mosaic. How are you, sweetheart?
Good morning, Michelle.
And Jane says she doesn't hear anything. MJ's Off the Hook has a great easy one also. That's right, on her cardies, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for a cardigan. Thank you, Michelle J. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm just glad you said something, Trisha, because I would have hated it for it to be on my end. I'd have had to go out and come back in again. And I'm sorry, folks, when I get to pushing too many buttons too fast, yeah, I get frustrated very easy. And of course, it's a Monday, so that would make it double bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So which doily are you working on now? Is this the one that you have memorized in your head?
I am doing Elven squares.
Oh, all right.
So I'm just doing granny squares right now. I'm just doing regular granny squares, and I'm going to look up a couple more different squares I'm just doing one of each of the colors that I have.
Oh, nice.
Because we have to make 40.
Oh, mercy me. What is this for?
A square swap.
A square swap. Oh, that's nice. So you have 40 people you're going to swap with?
20.
20. So why are you doing
Each
40?
person gets 2.
Oh, all right. Okay. That's nice. Good morning, Amy. And there's my little Thrifty. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Rachel. Good morning, Amy.
I hope you're both having a wonderful day. I know Amy's already chasing around little munchkins. Well, really, she doesn't chase. I mean, I've watched her in Zoom. She just talks to them very nicely and tells them what they can and can't do, tells them how they're supposed to behave to one another. She's just so sweet, folks. She definitely has the patience
of a saint.
That's what I was going to say. She has the patience of Job because, you know, I have always freely admitted that littles are, they try my patience. Now, not my grandkids, but, you know, just have more than 3 or 4 in a room at the same time. No. I can't do that. And I tell you what, there was nothing that tells you how old and your patience has really flown out the window. Of course, I've never had any anyway. So when we were home back in the summertime, of course, kids are out of school. And we had our youngest grandson and our great-grandson over at the daughter that we were staying at house at the same time. Mercy me. Plus they're little boys. Okay. Now, I didn't raise boys, I raised girls. And every time I've been around these boys, it just makes me thank God over and over and over again that He didn't give me little boys. Now, I have raised mostly in part um my oldest grandson. He was in and out and in and out for spells. But my youngest grandson has lived with us ever since he was about a year old, if a little bit younger. So, but at least his mama and daddy were there. I didn't have him on my own. There's Jill. How are you today? Thank you so much for joining us here. We are talking about Mondays being a hectic day, getting back into the norm of the week and just trying to survive. Oh, Amy says, haha, thanks. I had a phone call just as I said hi. That's all right, sweetheart. You take care of what you need to take care of. Just appreciate you being here listening to us. And speaking of listeners, we want to say thank you to all of you that may be sitting over there in the bushes just lurking. Is that over on my channel? I don't see it. Oh, there they are.
Tell me that you're ready to go. I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting.
I just love that little video. Oh, well, Darcy, you go and take care of what you need to do, sweetie. Yes, but we want to say thank you to the lurkers as well. Just please be sure and leave me your little thumbprint because it helps the channel. And we'll just keep you up with what's going on in the chat. But yes, my work week really never started good until Tuesday. And I'm sure a lot of folks that are still out there working can relate to that. So, what were some of your activities over the weekend? I do hope that it was a restful weekend, but I do know that if you have kids at home, you're still running around taking them here, there, and yon. Good morning,
Gwen.
Good morning, Mama Gwen. How are you?
Oh,
I hope you're doing well today. It is a Monday.
I can't get my one leg comfortable.
Oh. Now, that is the one thing I do have to say. My knee here. Oh, Jill said she worked at the hospital all weekend. What kind of work do you do at the hospital, Jill?
Jill's a pharmacist.
I did not know that. Oh, goodness. Gwen says that I've had grandkids for the last 5 days because they had a school break. Woo! So I guess you're saying that they went back to school today? Yep. That's one thing I never really think about, but yeah, the pharmacy does have to be open 7 days a week, doesn't it? Amy said, I know. Saturday, I went to a fiber festival, Sunday church, helped with Sunday school, and then visited my disabled cousin. Yeah, you had a full weekend. I bet you were ready for Monday to get here so you get back to something normal. Are you going to
post fiber festival?
Yeah, Amy, remind us where the fiber festival was. Oh my goodness, 24/7, and you work at nights. Woo! Well, have you been to bed yet? I hope Amy's going to post us some videos or pictures at least on her channel here in the next couple of days or so. Not yet. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for staying up and being here with us. We do appreciate that. But
I should.
if you nod off, that is perfectly fine.
Let me get this round done, and then I'll show you how far I am on Jill's doily.
Oh, awesome. Darcy is telling Jill, go to bed and get some rest. That's why you lurk a lot of fall asleep. Well, sweetheart, that's okay. That's why I said if you need to, nod off or go ahead and go to bed. Or we'll just lull you to sleep. How's that? Well, I've been working on all weekend. I've been perfecting my Tunisian. I've only learned the first 3 stitches, but I've been practicing them over and over again. In fact, there's one section of yarn on my skein that I've been working with. I had to finally cut it off because I've, practiced it so much back and forth, and it's getting a little bit frayed. So I had to cut it off and start over again. Okay, show us Jill's doily. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, let me finish this round so I can put away the pink.
Amy, it was great. We were told by one vendor that Alt Crochet was going to stop in, but they didn't know what time, so we didn't stay. It was only 20 minutes from my house. We go out for lunch afterwards. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Jill, you're such a sweetheart. She says, I love coming home and seeing you all live. It makes me feel like I'm with my friends. Well, sweetie.
Oh, you are.
That was such a blessing. Thank you. But yes, you are most definitely with friends here. Like I said, I was been practicing my Tunisian, and
how are you liking it?
I like it. I did try. I mean, honestly, I did try last night to see if I could do the Tunisian with the pencil. I mean, the knife style, and I kind of got a rhythm going. But man, I don't know. I can do fine with the pencil style. The only thing is that I do on the back pass, my stitches do seem to get a little bit loose because of having to constantly feed the row and the way I have to hold the hook, because you've got all of your hand around it. That's why I wanted to, for when I pulled it out the last time and started over again, I did try doing the pencil, but boy, I mean the knife hole, but that is just so foreign to me. Good morning, Lydia. She says, I'm watching Christmas movies, crocheting, and watching you. Oh, how awesome.
Good morning, Lydia.
Speaking of Christmas movies, my oldest daughter, I mean, as soon as Hallmark drops their new movies, she makes a list. And then she starts scouring the internet to look to see when Hallmark movies are going to be on, Lifetime movies, when they're going to be on, and see if there's any crossovers. Who else does she look at? The Family one. And there's another one that we just picked up.
ABC Family?
That's the one I meant, ABC Family. Acorn. So she's picked that one up. And oh my goodness, she sent me a list like this. I am not kidding you, of the Christmas movies. Some of them are already playing, just like Lydia said, Now, she did star the ones that are brand new for this year. And a lot of them are ones that we've seen, time and time again. And that's okay. That's right, Darcia. Lydia, you definitely are multitasking, crocheting, watching Christmas movies, and listening to us. But that's okay. I wished I could do that. I normally, whenever I'm really concentrating on a project, and Wayne is watching a show or even sports or a movie, I have to put my earbuds in. I just I can get off count like you would not believe. So unless it's something like Carrie's doing right there, that I don't really have to pay that much attention and just go with it. But I'm working on specific stuff right now, so I need to be able to count and pay attention to what I'm doing. Good morning, HD. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Good
Thank
morning,
you.
HD.
Thank you for jumping in here with us today. Oh, Lydia says, I've always done that. Well, that's okay. That's great. I'm glad you can do it. Oh, that's good. She says she's doing fine. I'm glad everyone is in here today and spending some time with us. I hope you're also taking the opportunity to work on something while you're sitting here with us. Sorry, there's movement outside my door, outside my window, excuse me. Kind of like, Lacey every once in a while, squirrel.
Well,
Oh, goodness. Oh, speaking of Lacey, so Wayne took her out to the project with him on Saturday because he thought he was going to be out there all day, but whatever it was they were doing did not require his supervision. And so he let her out of the truck and let her run for a little bit. Well, there is a huge side pond out there off to the side of the project. And where does she go? She heads right to the pond. And Wayne says, I've seen an alligator or two in there. So he immediately goes after her. Well, she thinks it's a game. So she's, at first right along the edge. And then he comes to her, is calling her, and she gets out there a little further. And so he said, I panicked, but then I kind of stopped for a minute and said, okay, I know how to get her back. And he says, okay, I'm going. Bye. And he turns and heads to the truck. Well, of course, here she comes because she doesn't want to get left. So he loads her up, takes her to another part of the project there where he doesn't have to worry about her. Lo and behold, she finds the canal. And so she starts, she finds the canal. She starts chasing the birds down the canal. And what does she do? She ends up in the middle of the canal. Of course, we all know that there's alligators up and down the canal. Once again, he has to holler at her, come on, let's go. She doesn't want to come yet. So he says, all right, I'm going, bye. Well, here she comes. So then he decides, well, you know what? I'm going to take her over here to this wooded area. I know there's no ponds or water or anything over there. So they're just out there walking along the edge and everything. And Wayne hears this sound, and before he can say anything, because he recognizes what it is, she's off. She's found the wild pigs. Oh my goodness. He said she's chasing them through there. And of course, thank goodness, folks, that they were small pigs, because I don't know what she would have done or what would have happened to her if she came up against a mama boar. But these were not babies, but they were still good size. Said she chased them all the way to this fence, and they were able to scoot up underneath there. And I don't know what kept her from following them. I don't know if it's because she didn't like, oh, here's a fence. What am I supposed to do here? But so finally he said, you know what, enough of this. I'm just going to load you up and take you home. So he brings her home. Now, notice earlier in this little story, I said she was in the pond, and then she was in the canal. So she comes home and she is nose to tail, top to bottom of her feet. She's just dirty everywhere. So Wayne sticks her in the tub, gives her a shower, gets her all clean and everything. So later on in the afternoon, I go in there to take my shower and get my hair washed. Wayne hears Robert Wayne, and he knows exactly why I'm calling him. And he walks in there, and I said, I am not cleaning this, number one. Number two, I want to take a shower, and I am not stepping in this tub until it's clean. Oh, my word. Of course, while I was in here and I could hear him giving her the shower, you can hear them. Well, especially with her ears are long and floppy. So she's shaking and I could hear him flopping. Well, it was bad because on the shower walls, you could see these little specks of mud or dirt, water droplets. She was one filthy dog, let me tell you. Oh, my goodness. It's bad. Okay, wait a minute. And Mama Gwen says, I'm doing a duster cardigan with Bernette velvet yarn. Oh, my goodness. Is it going to be a chunky cardigan? Oh, that's pretty. Oh, look how dainty.
I'm on round 6.
Oh, Carrie, that is so pretty.
Jill, sweetie,
Uh-oh.
honey pie, sugar plum.
Uh-oh.
You can take me off big.
Okay. Oh, dear. Jill says that's pretty.
It might not be done for Christmas.
Uh-oh.
But you'll have it for next Christmas. Uh-oh.
Well, is it for her or is it for a gift from her?
No, I hope it's for her.
Lydia says, Carrie, that's cute.
Oh, she said that's okay.
Okay, good deal. It's a 5-way. Oh, Gwen, I bet that's going to be pretty. What color is it? Is that the pattern for the doily you're working on?
Yeah, it's 40 pages.
Good grief. Can we see the front picture of it? Does it have a picture? Oh, that one. I didn't realize it had flower tulips type things in the middle of it.
Poinsettias.
Well, I know that it's got but aren't the poinsettias made separately and then attached?
Yeah.
Okay. But I meant the white part that you're working on. The base, I guess you could say, of the doily.
Yeah.
She says, she says, I feel bad. Don't stress out about it.
No, don't feel bad. It's challenging me. And if I can just work on it a little bit at a time and work on other things,
Yeah.
that's good. Because I don't want to get to the point where I don't want to do it because I really want to see how this turns out.
Well, that's good, but I'm glad it's challenging for you, honestly, because you're learning something new, right?
Well, I've done a lot of new patterns for doilies this time around. I am going to start another one of these. Oops. One hit the floor.
Now, is that a new one?
This is a new one.
Well, that's great. Mama Gwen says her cardigan is teal and tan. Oh, my goodness. Now, is that mixed together or are there two separate skin colors? Oh, teal and tan. You had me at teal, girlfriend.
Right?
Well, I'm glad you're doing new doilies. I really am.
Well, because it's Christmas. Uh-oh, how many am I doing here? Because it is for Christmas. Hi, Dawn and Laura.
Good morning, Laura and Meemaw Dawn. I'm so happy you're here with us. Yes, ma'am, a half hour before Hobie. Are you saying that you wanted to do some new ones since these are all
Well,
for
I
Christmas?
went, and because it's almost Christmas time and she wanted Christmas colors, I thought I
Oh,
would look for, hi, Freezy B. I would look for one that had a poinsettia on it
right,
because poinsettias mean Christmas to me.
right, right. Good morning, Julianne. How are you doing today, sweetie? Teal body, tanned arms, and variegated trim. That's going to be so pretty. I hope we'll get to see a picture of it when you get it all finished. That's good, Frizzy B. I was talking earlier in the live about how hectic Mondays can be after a weekend, especially if you have to go to work or if you have kids you have to get to school. And of course, I said that because I was thinking about you. Boy, look at that. It is right on the button.
Well, that was my 7:30 alarm.
Oh, well, it came right at a good time because that means it's time for our uh, devotional.
Okay.
Oh, Tracy says she's learning Tunisian too. I'm making a sweater in panels. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to show us a picture of yours too when you get finished with it. Yes.
Too stressed to be blessed.
And we don't need that.
Loved and adored. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. How precious are your thoughts about me, O God. They cannot be numbered. I can't even count them. They outnumber the grains of sand. And when I wake up, you are still with me. Psalms 139, 15 and 17 and 18. Do you understand how valued you are? Cherished, loved, without limits, wanted. At this moment, you may feel abandoned or forsaken or betrayed, but feelings are not trustworthy and can change at the drop of a rogue HORMONE.
Spell it again.
HORMONE. Hormone.
Uh-huh.
Now it is time to overrule your heart with your head. Reread the scripture above. See how intimately your Papa God knows and adores you. You've got to love that last line. He's still with you, even though he knows you're better than anyone in the entire world.
Amen.
Inside and out. Failures and successes, rotten habits and weird quirks. He will never leave you. He's absolutely dedicated to you. Dear Papa, thank you for loving me so well, so unconditionally. Forgive me when I forget your love and help me to love and cherish you. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Oh, I can't stop yawning.
Darcia says she's back and you came back at a very good time. Lydia says, after I get my grocery bag holders, I'm going to get my small Addy machine making circles. I will crochet a square on them to make a blanket. That sounds awesome, Lydia. Yeah, using that little Addy machine to make the circle part, boy, it doesn't take long then to whip them out from there, does it? You know, I like that part where it says he knew us when we were in the womb. In fact, he knew us even before that, but
Mm-hmm.
And don't you know it has to be wonderful for him to think about as he sees us being formed, um, the life that we're going to have. Of course, that life is always dependent upon our choices, but
Right.
it's still, I'm sure, amazing for him to see the possibilities that we have. That's just got to be awesome.
It's really kind of hard to comprehend.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh, pardon me. As
That's okay.
many as many of us as there is in the world, whether we believe or don't,
That's right.
he still knows each one of us inside and out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unfathomable for us,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not for him. No. I have a hard enough time keeping up with my own family, let alone having to think about the whole world, goodness. Mm, definitely goes beyond my comprehension, but I'm so glad he does it.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Patsy is doing much better. We haven't talked about her in a few days. I knew there for a bit
Uh,
she was very
yeah.
upset with her tummy. Okay. Well, is anybody doing anything new, something that's outside their comfort zone? Um, Now, doilies are definitely not outside of Carrie's comfort zone,
This
but
one is. Wait until I get to the leaves and the flower petals.
right. Meemaw Don says, bring to light the song. He has the whole world in his hands. Yes, ma'am, he does. Yes, ma'am, he does. Well, I'm definitely going outside of my comfort zone and learning Tunisian, but
How
it's
are
been on
you
my
liking
bucket list.
Tunisian?
Excuse me?
How are you liking it?
I do like it. I mean, I really do. It's very slow going for me. Because number one, I'm a perfectionist, and I can't tell you how many times I've ripped out the chain alone. Um, and then also, like I said, um, maneuvering by what I know of how the loops are gathered on the hook, and then how you drop them off, and seeing so many people use the knife style, and here I am, a pencil holder. So that's the most challenging part for me right now. But the stitches are very
Jill,
easy to understand. Um, so it's just going to take practice for me to get them down without having to go and look at the video real quick, to remind myself, especially since I'm doing like 10 rows of practicing one and then wanting to build all on the same scarf.
mm-hmm.
Basically, a big patch that I want to make for myself. Um, so that's kind of been a little bit of a challenge. So anyway, yes, Michelle Mosaic is buying a house. I am so happy for her. She's made it past. Whoops, sorry about that. The first hurdle, and that's just being qualified. Julianne says, I'm making a strawberry bag and starting to figure out junk journaling. Oh my goodness. Michelle J says, Sandra made me learn mosaic.
And Jill says she's working on one's autumn cow, and personally, I think it's a bear.
Oh no. No, no,
I was going
no.
to start.
Were you going to start it?
I'm going to do it. I haven't started it yet. I've got
Gotcha.
I've got too much on the hook right now. Like I've got the doilies that I'm worried about getting out to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and I say worried loosely because I'm really not worried about it.
Right.
I just want to get them done for you guys.
Yeah.
And then the squares have to be done by November 30th, mailed, postmarked November 30th.
Oh, right. Uh,
How is it that a yarn could be too soft, Jill? Explain that to me.
Donna says, and in today's world that is so crazy and full of madness, I am so glad he has us all in his hands. Absolutely.
Darcy,
Yeah.
if you want to send me that pattern, I can look at it for you.
Michelle Mosaic says buying a house is definitely outside of her comfort zone, but like we said, one day at a time, God's got you. Lydia says, I'm going to try to do things that I haven't done. I'm dealing with depression, so I'm going to. That's right. Keep yourself busy, sweetheart. Hello there, Sandra. How are you doing? You sneaking in here during your break? She says, I didn't make you, girl. And that's addressed to Miss Michelle J. But I'm impressed you did your first round in the, oh, excuse me. But I'm impressed you did your first one in the round. Yes. Darcia says, I'm going to attack this rainbow blanket again, but I think it's missing something. Jill says, it makes it too stretchy. Oh, Meemaw Dawn is saying, Carrie, November 30th or October 30th?
November.
Yay, Froggy! She finally got to order her pump supplies. Yes, what a relief. That is always very concerning, especially for folks that have to have regular days worth of medication, especially if you're diabetic. So I'm glad you were able to get that done.
What do you want, mister?
Good morning, Danger. How are you? Sweet kitty. Good morning, Pat Cray. She says she's very busy this morning. And yes, please don't forget your thumbprints, folks. Remember, it sure does help out the channel.
Good
And good
morning,
morning,
Kate Jen.
or good afternoon, where you're at. Oh,
Only
Sandra.
Sandra. Only Sandra.
Oh, my goodness. That's really your brain playing a trick on you.
That's what happens when you've been in a relationship for 30 years.
Oh, goodness gracious. I bet that woke up some people. Yes, there's danger. He's either waiting for some yogurt or he has decided that Mama has already crocheted too much this morning and he needs some attention. Froggy says, that wouldn't help my diabetes. And yes, Sandra, well, we all are hookers, aren't we?
Froggy, are you doing anything after the live? I need your assistance.
Oh, she says, yep.
She's doing something after the live?
She says, yep. She went from Froggy went a knitting to Froggy on a street corner. Donna. Oh, my word. Oh, she says coming for a chat. Okay.
Okay, we'll send you the link.
Mm.
Because I gotta get my merchandise figured out.
Okay, doke. Well, we just have a few more minutes here, folks. So I want to know what everyone has planned, not only for today, but if you're like me, I kind of like to plan out my week. So, how many of you have already taken the time today to sit down and say, I'm going to do this today, and I'm going to try to get this here worked out the rest of the week?
I'm already
Sandra,
off track.
you're already off track. Oh, uh-oh.
No, I mean I was gonna work on squares all day today.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, now you're working on the doily for a little bit. Sandra says, sorry, Froggy, my brain is not in gear this morning. Well, it's Monday, Sandra. Remember what I said at the beginning? Monday. Well, you might not have been in here, sweetheart. In fact, you can answer this for us since you work in a crazy office. Don't you find Mondays to be really full of madness because it's getting stuff taken care of that got dropped on Fridays and getting everything all lined up for the week? So it's just like a hodgepodge of stuff going on Mondays. Now we'll see what Sandra says to that. Because I tell you what, folks, she works in an area where I definitely would not want to work. I'd be killing me somebody for sure. DK says, me, I got 2 projects to complete by Thursday so I can take them to school Friday as next week school is closed. Are y'all having a oh my goodness, Sandra, she said, I thought I heard on crack, not off track. I'm just going to stop now. It sounds like you really are having a Monday madness, sweetheart. Bless your heart. So, DK Jen, are your kids on fall break, winter break? Oh, no. Here we would call it a fall break. Oh, Mimo Dawn says Monday is always my favorite day. I start the week with a new outlook and a new adventure. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is the perfect way to think about Mondays. It really is. Or no matter which day of the week is your Monday, because I mean, I know a lot of folks have to work over the weekend. So I mean, yes, has to work over the weekend. So their weekend might be a Sunday, Monday, and their Monday doesn't start till Tuesday, or it might not start till Wednesday. So right. DK Jen, it's our standard weeks holiday called half term, as our term is from September to December. Yes. Well, that's awesome. Rachel says, I think Sandra's been watching too many cop shows. Well, it fits right in with where she works, sweetheart. Well, I plan on continuing to work on my squares to finish my nativity scene boxes so that I can start filling them with their little critters that go inside and get them out, hopefully by the week of Thanksgiving. Sandra says, Thrifty, I blame my dad. He used to watch cops all the time. Good morning, Barbara. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you for joining us here for a few minutes. We appreciate it.
Good morning, Barbara.
See, look at him. See? Uh-huh. He's taking over more and more Mama's lap, trying to sneak in there for some attention. Darcia says, Carrie, when I figure out how to send it to you, I will.
Okay.
Oh, Mine have already settled down for the morning, which is good for me.
Oh, lost my phone.
Yeah, Michelle J says, yogurt, mama, yogurt, yogurt time.
No, not today. Or I should say, not right now.
Well, he just gave you a dirty look. Like, what? No yogurt? No? Didn't even like the word no.
Because he hears it all the time.
Ah. Well, looks like he settled in for a bit, mama. All curled in with his little paws tucked. I've been watching. My grandson sends me quite a few TikTok cat little reels, and was watching this one. She thought she was going to crochet. That's right, Meemaw Dawn. She can crochet over him. I've seen her throw a blanket on top of him, just keep on a crocheting. He doesn't last long under there, but I've seen her do it. But anyone, there was this one where folks were, hello, little Carrie, just popping in to say hello and sorry I missed y'all. Well, you're here long enough, at least, sweetheart. We need to see our little parade of hearts because Carrie did take her meds today. And good morning, Jen Reeves. How are you doing, sweetie? You woke up in time for Hobie Bingo. Yeah, we're getting ready to leave here in just a few minutes. But at least you get points from Hobie Bingo. From me, you just get chatter.
Hi, Jen Reeves.
Oh, there's a little parade of hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And I do hope everyone has remembered to take their meds today. Because I think it was Jill that mentioned that earlier, and I forgot to read that.
Okay. I need to know who has tried biscuit tea and tell me what you think of it.
Nope.
I need to send you a box.
Do they come in different flavors? Nuh-uh.
The biscuit tea was their very first brand.
Oh, okay.
And it tastes like, those blue tins that Danish
yes
come in?
Yes, those little thin vanilla cookies in there. Little shortbread cookies.
Yes.
Oh.
That's what it tastes like to me with a little bit of Italian Irish cream.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Where do you get it?
It's dangerous.
It's little Carrie's going, uh-oh, you're on the biscuit tea again. Oh.
It's really good. So I should mail you this stuff, and with it I should mail you a box of tea. But you have to get one of the little small Coffee Mates Italian cream.
Okay.
Because you'll start using that for your coffee. It's really good.
Crochet Rock sells it. Okay, thank you, DK Jen. Mama Gwen says no, she hasn't had the biscuit tea and she's taken her meds. Someone else up here, I think, said
I'm glad Poggy agrees with me because she says that's a good description.
Awesome.
And then they've got Toast and Jam, which tastes like a biscuit and strawberry mix. Oh my God. And then they have, I haven't tried it yet, it's a caramelized biscuit. And I can't imagine that would be, it's hard for me to find any in our shops. That's because all of us Americans are buying up your tea, Jen.
Your tea. I mean,
I
Maud
used
Dawn
to
says that's
order-
the creamer she uses. She uses the Irish cream too.
No, it's not Irish cream. Italian sweet cream.
Oh, excuse me, Italian sweet cream. Yeah, I always.
Don't put Irish cream in that tea. It'll make it taste yucky.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll make sure that I make note of that when I get the tea.
I'm just going to send you everything that I have here because I'm sending out mail today. And I'm going to put
Okay.
a box of tea in it.
Well, thank you. That'll be awesome.
Because I think you'll really like it.
Well, I love drinking tea. Hot tea. Oh, I love it.
It's really good without any creamer, too. I like it
Mhm.
without any creamer but I like it more with the creamer because it gives it more of a biscuity taste. But
Okay.
it doesn't take very much. How dare you? You can't mix up Irish cream and Italian.
Sorry, sweetheart. I am part Irish. So, yes. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate for that reminder. So I'm going to go ahead and let all of you go. That way, if you need to go take care of some business, get something to drink, get your phones all warmed up, get ready to play some Hobie Bingo. So thank you all so much for being here. I love you for it. I mean, you could have been somewhere else, but you chose to spend your time with us. So mwah, I appreciate that very much.
Love you all.
Please remember, we're going to play bingo tomorrow at Carrie's house, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So be sure that you're there and ready to watch the dice roll. Until tomorrow, please always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today because you never know. Could be your light that they need to see. And Carrie?
And remember, a random act of kindness can change the world. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.